How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be trying out a couple of the Season 2 Team Affinity cards. We are going to be using the future star Quinn on the mound, so let's go ahead and get into it. We are also going to be using Robert Poisson, as well as Tony Gwynn and Jimmy Fox. Okay, this opponent has Garrett Crochet on the mound. He's also paralleled up to that first tier. So I was pretty excited to try this Quinn out. I know that this opponent that I'm playing has a lot of games played. He's probably seen, a lot of different pitchers within this game in general, except for Quinn Priester, right? Because he's recently released into the game. But I think this card's going to be pretty good. I think he's one of the top tier future stars and top tier pitchers in the entire game in terms of Season 2 Team Affinities and just pitchers in general. Because this card throws a good sinker at like 96, 97 miles per hour. He also throws a four-seamer close to 99, right? It's going to be 97, 98 miles per hour with an 81 mile per hour changeup that has a pretty good amount of break on it, as well as some other good off-speed pitches. I feel like he has a good speed differential, and he's very easy to use pinpoint pitching with. If you notice, I am getting a lot of perfect feedbacks with him, especially on the sinker, especially on the changeup. His two best pitches, in my opinion. But also, that fastball is very effective. That fastball is pretty good. It has a little bit of movement. This Garrett Crochet card is absolutely unbelievable. I really think this card is dominant. I mean, this first run of the ball game is going to be a late base hit from Robert Poisson. I know I've been saying a couple of these players' names incorrectly. I'm going to try and correct them. But here we have Jimmy Fox throwing out Trent Grisham. 96 speed. Jimmy Fox got a pretty good animation there, playing in a secondary position behind the plate. But still a one-run game. Still a 1-0 game. Garrett Crochet's been dicing me up. I know it's only the bottom of the fourth inning, but both Crochet and Priester have a good amount of strikeouts. Here we're going to get a perfect line drive, double play. Just unfortunate, but that's the way the game goes sometimes, right? Sometimes you get rewarded on late base hits, you get rewarded on very lates and jammed hits that are not good, and then sometimes you hit the perfect line outs, and that one was a double play, right? The only run we have in this game so far is off of a late base hit. The couple times we have squared it up have been right to him. So that's kind of the trend here. Here we have Ronnie Mauricio playing third base. He's going to be having that quick reaction over there at third. Ground ball from Trout. That's going to be a double play. I will certainly take it. Here we have Tony Gwynn up. He is 0 for 2 in his debut. We need to get something going here. Perfect line drive. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. does not miss. Over there at first base, over there at third base, he makes every single play. I've never seen him get a bad reaction. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. probably has hidden diamond defense at some of those, infield positions. But with that said, here we're facing Eddie Matthews. Going with the fastball inside. He clobbers this one to right center field. Alfonso Soriano playing center. He's got this one. Tracks it down. Bottom of the 7th inning. We are up by 1. We got like 10 strikeouts with Priester, and he's running lower on energy, right? We need to get some insurance runs. Here we have Jackie Robinson smacking this one to the gap, and I was just not seeing the ball that well in this game. I mean, only 1 run scored. I was late oftentimes on Garrett Crochet's pitches. That means that fastball's coming in 102. But also transitioning from, veteran difficulty, playing Showdown over and over again, right into ranked seasons on Hall of Fame. I know I posted it in the comment section in the previous video, but sometimes I'll go into a slump after doing that, right? After playing Showdown over and over again. I get used to those timing windows. I get used to the difference in the pitch velocity and just really the preciseness that you have to be with tracking the PCI to the baseball. And then when I get to Hall of Fame, it's like I got to relearn how to hit all over again. But we were able to earn 13 strikeouts, a 3-hitter, 9-inning complete game shutout. And this opponent pitched pretty well with Garrett Crochet as well, right? 11 strikeouts with him. That's probably the most I've struck out this entire year was against that card. I just felt completely lost at the plate. So then in this next one, I figured I would take out some of the Team Affinity cards that I wanted to use and try this Al Leiter out. But look at Ronnie Mauricio. He does not remember how to throw the baseball at all. That was just a double play. This will change the entire game, especially here in the first inning. Anytime this, something like this happens, it completely changes the pitcher's confidence. It completely changes the result. Now we basically put ourselves in a hole by 2 runs. And it's nothing against the opponent, right? I mean, he hit the cutter inside on the hands with Jordan Groshans. It could have easily been a double play, but he got the base knock. He scored a couple of those runs. Now we're trying to respond, and this is something that I'm talking about. Pitches that I would normally have hit before playing Showdown, right? Something that I was consistently hitting were pitches low and away, up and away, and sometimes I've been inconsistent with the timing after playing against the computer, just in general. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to help you all out, as these are probably things that you are all going through as well, grinding the different things out within the game. But here we have an opportunity. Second and third, ground rule double with Mike Trout kind of cost me a run there. And then, once again, a line out from Chipper Jones. Sometimes that's the way it goes, right? You're not getting rewarded on your good swings, even though I was on the later side of good with Chipper. That's going to be a big-time swing of events, right? We would have been able to score 2 runs on that line drive. Instead, the opponent scores 2 runs. So a 4-run swing. We're down by a couple. Once again, Jordan Groshans hits a cutter inside on the hands for a home run. Great piece of hitting right there. This opponent goes up by 4, and at times I have struggled against Pedro Martinez because he throws such a good changeup, because he throws a great slider, a great slow curveball. I sometimes will have a difficult time hitting him. Waiting back on those off-speed pitches after playing against the computer is very difficult for me specifically. Okay, so if I'm facing a guy throwing 100 and he's coming back with an 82-mile-per-hour changeup, it's going to be very difficult for me to wait back and react to that off-speed pitch and time it with the PCI moving to the ball while pressing X. Okay, so that's something that I know. I do not have time to hop into custom practice, but I am missing pitches that I should be able to hit. And just playing the game over and over again will certainly help me do that. That's why I try to do all those showdowns in one run and just finish it off. But we're able to make a little bit of a comeback here. 5-4 ball game. Bottom of the 8th inning, and this opponent's creative player, huffed random, he's going deep. And now we got to try and come back with our own right here. We get a little bit of a lag home run. Byron Buxton swung on by Broxton to deep left field. That was kind of an interesting, right, no doubt animation, but didn't show the batter. Top of the 9th, 1 down, 2-0 count. I thought he was going, trying to focus on the batter right there. Probably not the best opportunity to steal the base. But if we are able to steal that base right there, I feel like this same exact hit is a home run with the clutch attribute activated from Mike Trout. Sometimes you got to risk it for the win. I honestly didn't even know if I was going to be able to finish that game regardless, right? Didn't know if I would get the blue screen in the top of the 9th. So I was just going for it. I'm College Lefty. Peace out.